All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So we'll get started shortly here. Okay, and let me know, we'll do a little bit of sound check before we get started, but make sure, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me right now. Yes. All right, everyone. So as we get started, as people filter on in, thank you, Rayella, for today's class. So what you might need, if you've got a yoga mat, go ahead, grab that. You can also do this without one. Maybe even the towel is all good. Thank you, Lori. Hey, Kenza. Let me know where you're all coming from too as we get started. For today as well, if you have yoga props, so right here in the corner, you can see I've got a couple of blocks. Jess, I miss you too. Welcome. For today, so some blocks as well as a yoga strap if you've got that, or you can get creative. You could even use like a little cloth to pull on, a shirt or a belt. We'll use that towards the end of our class today. Cool? Yes. Ooh, California. I'm from California. Yay. I'm right now in Brooklyn, but missing the West Coast. This is your first, I'm assuming your first time. Awesome, Kenza. Happy to have you. So I'll roadmap the class for you really quickly. We're going to do a little bit of a dance warm up in the beginning, nothing too crazy, just to warm up through our body a bit. After that, it's core and then dynamic movement. So firing up through our core center, our abs, and then moving right into a bit more movement to stabilize through our joints. And then from there, it's a yoga flow, and that's where we'll finish it off, okay? My whole thing here with this class is move like you, right? It doesn't have to look any particular way. If there's something you're like, what's happening? Or I don't even know what's going on, right? Make it you. Do you, and have fun with it today. Happy Pride, everyone. Okay, so we'll give it about about a minute or so. Just want to also test really quickly. So let me know if you can get just a little bit of music going. Do we hear that? Nice dance, but some good vibes, yeah. All right. Are we hearing any music? Yes. Awesome. We got a little bit of Rue happening. Fantastic. Cool. So we'll give it about one more minute. For those tuning in, welcome, welcome. Yes. Okay, and for today's class, if you've got any yoga props, grab them, perhaps a strap, or even just something to hold and pull on as we get into some exercises towards the end. Hey, Veronica. Fantastic. So happy to have you all. Thank you again for joining.
Sissy that wow.
Krista, yes. Okay, happy to see some familiar faces. Happy to see some new ones. Hey, Rose. Happy to have you. Where are you coming in from?
Better beware. Ain't no tea, ain't no shade. But at the same time, bitches better get out the way.
Cool.
I'm a fam queen, mother of the house of no shade. Pussy is on fire, now kiss the flame.
Right. NYC, yes. All right, so I'm going to just turn the music off really quick. It'll be back on soon. And let's go ahead and get started. It's about 10 o'clock for those. Thanks, Krista. We really rainbowed it out here today. And there's even more just around, but really want to celebrate Pride today. So happy. Thank you for joining for this morning's 10 a.m. Flex. Again, my name is Matty, if we haven't met yet. Matty E. So we've got a lot on the NYC team. And I'm a Flex instructor for New York City. If you haven't taken Flex before, it's kind of like our version of like a funky yoga class. And just really happy to be here. Also, a little shout out as well. So we've got Rayella in the back, kind of handling the back end of the chat. She's fabulous. She's also a newly 305 certified instructor. So come check out her classes when you can. And I also have a little shout out as well. I'm joining that team as a 305 certified instructor too. So Let's go ahead and get started here. So you'll make your way onto your mat. And before, we get into the movements and things like that, Pride. So we are celebrating Pride. And, for me, Pride in these, and for as long as I can remember when I, went to my first parade and everything like that, it has been this celebration of diversity, of inclusion, of celebrating this sort of collective difference and individuality, right? And I think for this year as well, and something that's kind of popped up a lot for me, is it's for the LGBT community, right? It's this celebration of power, right? We've survived a lot, and we're still surviving. Audre Lorde has a saying, right? Our power comes from our survival. And so as we work to the flow today, as we have fun with it, right? As this is a time of celebration, also it is a time to mobilize, to continue to fight for voices within our community who are still marginalized and still needing as much support. And that's particularly for our Black, queer, trans friends and folks. And so, let's let this be yes for us, but also, an outlet for us to continue to mobilize our voices and our bodies and our power to fight for them. Cool. So happy to have you all. Let's go ahead again, make your way onto your mat. We'll start standing here, and it's going to be a little bit of a dance warm up. Okay. Nothing too crazy with that. Right. So, a little fun with it. You can bounce out through the music. You might know this song if you've taken our choreo classes before, all right? In 4, in 3, it's head rolls to your right. And let this be you, so it can be fast. You can get the chest involved, maybe some shoulders, and you'll keep that going. And that's it. In 4, in 3, shoulders to the back. Let's go. Hey. Beautiful, everyone. You gotta let this be you. Hey. And that's it. Let's go in 4, in 3, right leg. Right here. Let's go. Hey. Good. Take it to the left. Hey, to the right. Come on. Hey, to the left. 4, 3. Watch me. You're right here. Let's go. Hey, take it down. Up. Take it down. Now, alternatively, 305. Hips. Let's go. 4, 3. Head rolls to the left. Yes, and you're going to let this be you again. You might close your eyes. It does not matter what it looks like, but just working through your body. Hey. 4, 3. Show me those shoulders right here. Hey. Come on. Yes, keep it up. And that's it. Let's go in 4, in 3, right leg. Come on, show me. Hey, make it you. To the left. Hook. Hey, to the right. Let's go. Hook. 4, 3. Hey, right here. Make it you. Hey, come on. Hook. That's it, everyone. One more. 4, 3. Pop it out. Right here. Let's go. Yes, that's it. 3 or 5. Beautiful. Now, go ahead here. Just wiggle it out. Reach it up. Take a big breath in. Arms to the sky. And exhale. Inhale, we reach up. Take it down. One more like that. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale. Beautiful. And that's your dance warm-up. Nothing too crazy, I promise. From here, come onto your mat if you're not already on it. You'll come out into a long plank pose. And we're going to work right into our core warm-up. So as you find here, your plank, notice here, sometimes the butt will want to lift. I want you to bring your hips a little bit lower. Find your strength. You can always be on your forearms if you'd like. And stay with your breathing. Let's go. And that's it, everyone. Beautiful. Just firing up through the core. Think ribs in Inhales and exhales. 4, 3, side plank to your left. You're more than welcome to come down to your form. Lift your hips, keep the pelvis pressing forward. Hey, that's it. Let's go. 4, 3. All right, start to bring your butt to the ground. Lay on down. From here, hands by your ears. We're going to crunch it out. Right here. Let's go. Up and down. Looking up towards the sky the entire time. Keep your elbows wide. Hey. And this is at your pace. So you can be with me. You can be slow. That's all good. Keep it going, everyone. Yes, that's it. That's it. Beautiful. 4, 3, in 2. Now you'll take a little break. Just lower on down. Breathe. Woo. Tabletop your legs. Lift your head. Out and in. Out and in. So with here through, we are working to bring our knees at 90 and then hovering off the ground. And again, we're going to take this a little slower. Ribs draw in. You keep it going. Hey. Hey. That's it, everyone. Gorgeous. 4, 3, in 2. Now hold your legs in, hands onto the thighs. Press, press, press. Breathe. Bicycles right here. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, and that, do find these, all right? Take it at your pace. Does not have to be fast. Stay with your breathing. Keep it going. Let me see it. Hey. That's it. Beautiful, everyone. 4, 8, in 3, in 2. You're going to make your way to a side plank. Opposite side. Lift your hips. You can, again, be on your form here. No worries there. Drawing up through your side waist. Think everything drawing in towards center. Be with your breath. Gorgeous 305. Keep it going. And pelvis is pressing forward. In 4, in 3, come back to your plank. Now you can stay on your forearms here, no worries. Slight tuck at the tail. If you want to be on your hands, go for it. And we hold and breathe. 4, 3, in 2. Take a little pause if the knees need to come down, all good. From here, right, center, left, center. Hey, you march, let's go. Keep it up, keep it up. You got it, everyone. You're going to keep that going. This is your final push. Let's go. 8, 7, come on, right here. 6, hey, 5, keep it up, keep it up. 4, 3, in 2. Knees can come down, child's pose. Take a big breath in, everyone. Big breath out. Tell yourself you did that. Walk your hands back. We're actually going to come back to stand here. Take your legs out wide. Now this is our dynamic movement section. We're just warming up against thrills through the body. Watch me right here. Twist, twist. Yes, that's it, everyone. And so what we're doing here is just working through the arms, a little bit into the legs. Now, pick a side. It doesn't matter whatever side. I'm going to turn to my right, find a lunge. You'll bend your back knee, draw the ribs in. Keep here your balance. We add the arms up and in, up and in. So letting the focus here be on your arms. Reach it, take it in. Let's go. Hey. Good. That's it. In 4, in 3, we add the legs right here. In, take it back. In, take it back. Let's go. So working a little bit of balance. Moving through your legs, your arms. Keep it up. In 4, in 3, we swing it. Right here, let's go. Hey. Yes. And to get this into the back, try to keep your head as stationary as possible. Working a bit of internal rotation through your legs. Notice my feet. 4, 3, turn to your left, hold it here. And take a moment. You've got time to find your balance. Bend your back knee, ribs draw in. Let's add the arms. Up and in. Hey, up. Take it in. Let's go. Good. Let me see it. Let me see it. So the focus is balance in the arms right here. Good. Let's add the leg. Hey. Hey. That's it. Weight's all on your left foot or whatever foot you're on, okay? Hey. That's it. 4, 3, from the top. Let's swing. Good, everyone. You are almost there. We move into our yoga flow after this. Hey. In 4, in 3, reach your arms up. Bend your knees, take a big breath in. Again, big breath out, lower it down. Couple more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. One more, inhale, reach up. Give yourself a hug maybe this time. And let's make our way back to our mats, all fours tabletop. Your transition to get there. Notice how your body feels right here. You're doing everything well. Awesome, tell yourself that. Inhale, you'll drop your belly, open up your chest. And as you breathe out, round through your spine. So keeping some movements into the body. These are our cows and cats. You might look forward as the heart opens and then round through your spine. Now if the breath is your friend this morning, you can connect your inhales to open, exhales to round. And then start to take it away. So maybe some hip circles get involved. Maybe you bring in some head rolls. Be you. Know that your uniqueness is what makes these shapes and forms what they need to be. Gorgeous, everyone. All right. After a couple more movements here, you'll start to draw your way back to a still tabletop position. Shoulders on top of your wrists, hips right on top of your knees. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up and back. Pedal through your feet. Notice the efforts that you've made with your body already. Perhaps there is a little bit of sweat happening. And then eventually we're meeting a still down dog. So this upside down V shape. You can have a good bend through your knees, no worries. Continue to lift the butt nice and high. Let's take a big breath in. Big breath out. All right, 305. Take your right leg, lift it up towards the sky for a big breath in. Now knee into nose, a moment to hold, hover. You got it. Let's lift back up to 3 legs, nice and strong. Knee in towards nose one more time. Step your right foot forward. Now take your time. Make sure that the front foot here is in between your hands. You'll spin your back foot down. Let's draw our way up into a warrior one. So notice my feet. Build it from your feet first. You'll lift the arms up, on up after. Okay? Now within this one, so there is a tendency for our hips to open towards the side. Do your best to steer your front left hip point a little more forward. You might even widen out through the feet. Find your strength here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Start to lengthen your front leg, everyone. Arms by your side. You can lift your chest up to you. What feels best for your shoulders this morning? Wing the arms or interlace your fingers. Bend your right knee. Let's take a bow for a humble warrior. Pressing down to your feet. Opening up through the chest. Again, staying with your breath if that feels useful. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now from here, everyone, use your feet, your core to rise back up, arms to the sky for warrior one. You'll lengthen your front leg, start to turn to your left. So a high flying warrior, parallel your feet. Look to the back of your mat. Warrior two, left toes turn out and open up through your arms. Now as we find the shape again, find the strength through the feet, a bend through your left knee. Arms will draw wide. You can look past your left hand. You're doing it, that's it. Now from here, everyone, let's rise it back up, flying warrior. Parallel the feet, get nice and long. You'll bend your right elbow, okay? Bend your right elbow, take your hands here, left hand onto your elbow, lean the head back to get into the shoulder, and let's turn it into a side bend. So lean over towards your left. Big breath in, big breath out. Okay, from here, bend your left knee a little bit and waterfall it down for a wide forward fold. You're invited to sway side to side, bend one knee and then the other. You do you here. Maybe a couple of bounces. And then eventually draw your way into stillness. Weight a little bit more forward towards your feet, towards your toes. Keep your right hand down. You can bend your knees a lot here. No worries there. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. We'll open up for a big twist. Breathe in. And breathe out. So good, everyone. Take your left hand down, look to the front of your mat. Now you'll crawl your way forward, back to that lunge. So adjust your feet from here. Bring your back knee down. We'll start with the interlace of the fingers, hands onto your thigh. Now you can keep your back toes tucked. You can untuck them as well. But as we get into the stretch, so we're working into our left hip flexor. Activate through your core. Pelvis presses a little forward. Perhaps a lift through your chest. You can think back bend, and maybe arms will reach up towards the sky. Look up if you like. Breathe in. And breathe out. Yes, now from here, okay, it's a little bit of a different transition. Shift your hands down. Watch my feet. Lift your back knee, back foot seals. We're lengthening out our legs. Peel open through your chest. Triangle pose. Now from this triangle, you might have to narrow off the feet a little bit, no worries. But I want you to notice how the wholeness of the shape works together. You've got strength of the legs. You're finding the sense of the twist, a big open heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. So good, everyone. All right. You bend your right knee, use your strength. We're coming back for that warrior two. Teeing off the arms. Now lengthen your front leg, lean all the way back. This is called a reverse triangle. Now look up. Now re-bend your right knee. Bring your right forearm to your thigh. Left arm over the face, side angle. All right, if you've taken FLX with me before, we've found these shapes before in the studio. Press down through your feet. I want you to imagine your left ribs, right? Draw them up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you're practicing today. Breathe in. And breathe out. Gorgeous. All right, now, to work our shoulder a little bit more, your left, turn it to face behind you, and then drape your left arm, behind your back. This is called a half line. You'll take a moment to lean back. Notice how that will open up the chest a little bit. Keep using the strength of your legs. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now peek your eyes down towards your front foot. Carefully here, release the half line. Bring your hands down inside of your front foot. Lift your back heel. Back knee's going to transition down. You can take a moment, maybe tense up on your fingers, look forward, lift your chest. And then from here, left hand down. Right arm will lift, open up for a twist. Now options, you might stay like this. If you like, bend your left knee. Right hand will reach for your foot or ankle. And you're coming here into a lizard twist. Now, if you do find your hold of your ankle, kick the ankle back, open up through the chest. And maybe here, if the breath is your friend, your ally, focus in on that. Breathing in. Breathing out. So good. From here, start to release your back foot, everyone. You'll bring your right hand down. Now pick up your back knee. Lengthen through your right leg. Walk your hands to the left. Parallel your feet, your back in your wide fold. Now I invite you to sway side to side a bit. Bend one knee and then the other. Maybe notice how this shape might feel a little bit different. It doesn't have to, right? Just noticing what it feels like for you. Letting that be your own unique experience. And then from here, everyone, come into stillness. You'll keep your right hand down onto the ground and then lift your left arm back up for a twist. Now we're going to get into a pretty funky twist from here. I want you to take your left arm, drop behind your right arm, and grab your ankle, okay? Now, for some of us, we might have to bring our feet in closer together. That's all good. I have to bring mine in a lot, no worries. Start to lift your right arm up. Another open twist. Then take your right arm here. Behind your left arm, make an X. Grab onto your opposite ankle, okay? And the whole time, this might be enough. You might feel sensation through the backs of your legs or the back body. To get into your side waist, right? Your side waist a little bit more. Keep holding your legs as they are, but try to pull your arms apart and then see if you can peek here underneath your left arm. It's okay if it's just a little bit, right? Notice the sensations that come up. Be within your own unique body. Know that you're doing enough. Breathe in. And breathe out. And take your time here, 305. If you found that funky twist, just slowly reverse your way out of that. Release your hands to your mat. Widen out through your feet if they narrow. Peek to the foot of your mat. You'll crawl your way forward for a lunge. Now from this lunge position, plank, hold it. You can bring your knees down if you want, lower all the way down. As you lower here onto the belly, press your feet down. Hands are by your rib cage. Lift your heart here, baby cobra. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, you'll lower it on down. Now, to work. So a lot of the focus today is on the shoulder, if you haven't noticed. You're gonna take here your left arm out long. Tense up onto your right fingertips by your side. And then gentle, you're gonna roll over towards your left side. You might pause right here. If you want, lift your top leg, bend your knee and step behind you. Just working to open up again through the shoulder, a little bit into the chest. Breathe in, everyone. Breathe out. Tell yourself that you are amazing. You are doing it. And in your time, come back to your center. Bring your hands by your rib cage. Tuck your toes. Press your way into a plank. Use your strength. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. You can pedal for your feet here. You need a moment for the knees to come down to reset. Maybe a brief child's pose, go for it. But perhaps tell yourself one thing, right? Maybe one compliment for what you've done for you. Any choices you've made, honor those. Big breath in. Feel free to sigh out through your mouth. All right. Let's try that all to the left side. So in your own time, we'll meet back in down dog. You'll take your left leg, lift it up towards the sky. Knee into nose, hold. Lift your left leg back up. Now one more time, it's knee in towards nose. Step your left foot forward. All the time you need to establish this lunge, make sure your foot's in between the hands. And then back foot, you'll seal it down. Rise through your chest, arms will then lift. It's called Warrior One. From this one, so notice your hips. You might have to widen out your left foot. That's all good. So you can steer the front right hip point forward and then find the strength within this shape. Okay? Take a moment, be with your breathing. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. All right, from here, everyone, lengthen your left leg. You can drape your arm by your side and lift up the chest. Now it's up to you. Maybe the arms stay big and wide. You can interlace the fingers. Then it'll become a bend and bow for our humble warrior. Keep pressing down through your feet. You might notice sometimes the hips want to aim towards the left a lot. So try to steer the left butt bone back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, from here, everyone, we'll rise back up. Take your arms to the sky. Lengthen out your left leg. Turn to your right. Our flying warrior, reach up. Peek towards the back of your mat. Warrior Two. Right toes turn out. Find it through your feet. Bend your right knee. And you'll reach your arms out wide. Notice perhaps how the shape might feel different from the last one you were in. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Now start to lengthen up, parallel off your feet. Bend your left elbow, everyone. So we're going for a little bit of a shoulder stretch. Then leaning the head back. And from here, turn it into a side bend. Leaning towards the right. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now with your right knee bending, let that initiate the forward fold. You'll waterfall it down. And you can hang out here, sway side to side. Maybe hang out in stillness. I know this is an interesting view to see from the introverts. So make it you. Okay, eventually here, we'll meet in stillness. You can have a bend through your knees, no worries. Left hand down, feel your right arm up, and open up for a twist. Cool. Feel that openness through the collarbones. You'll take your right hand down. Peek to the front of your mat, everyone. Crawl your way there, and you're back in your low lunge. All right, so right where we started, bring your back knee down this time. You can keep the back toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for you. Interlace your fingers, hands onto your thigh. Okay, so in this crescent lunge, the idea is to target the hip flexor and a little bit of the chest. So you'll press the hips forward, draw your ribs in, maybe look up. If it feels useful for the arms, you can take them up towards the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Do y'all remember when this song was a choreo song? One of my favorites. I still remember when I heard the original version, I was like, oh, that's what it sounds like. Love it. Okay, from here, everyone, you'll take your hands down. Lift your back knee. Now we'll come into that triangle shape. Lengthen out through your front leg. Spin the back foot down. And then you'll peel the right arm up. Open up through the chest. Take your time with it. Some of us might have to narrow off the feet. That's all good. But notice here, as you press your feet into the ground, perhaps the inner thigh squeeze in a little bit. Find this sense of a twist and open up through the chest. Big open heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hey. From here, everyone, warrior two. Bend your left knee. You'll widen out through your legs. Okay. And then somewhere warrior two. Lengthen your front leg, lean all the way back. Reverse triangle. So creating space through your left side. And then keep that space. Bend your left knee. Left forearm to your thigh. Right arm up and over the face. We're in what we call side angle. It's very similar to your triangle. It's just now the front knee is bent. But can you continue to work open through the hip as well as through your chest? Perhaps notice your shoulder. Drawing your right shoulder away from the ear. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now from here, everyone, take your right arm, okay? You can notice my right hand. I'm going to turn it to face the back. Then drape your right arm behind the back for what we call a half bind. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulder, let it go, no worries. You might lean back a little bit. Notice how that can open up through the chest even more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Peek down at your front foot. Take your time as you release the half bind. Right hand down, left hand down, inside of the left foot, so you're in this slightly wider lunge. You can bring your back knee down. Hope you don't tuck the foot too. Stay like this for a moment. Lift your chest. Find that sensation of the back bend. This is called a lizard pose, and you can stay like this. This is perfectly enough. You want to work into a twist a little bit. Left arm will lift. Right? And this is say option A. Option B, maybe to bend your back knee. Left hand to foot or ankle. Going for the quad stretch. Yes, everyone, really nice. We work our way into all these shapes and forms, so finding what feels best for you. Trusting any choices you make, it could be very different from what I'm doing. That is all good. Move like you, and you're doing it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gorgeous. All right, take your time. If you have the ankle, you'll start to release that. Bring your left hand down. Now from here, everyone, step your back toes, lift your knee. You'll walk your way over towards the right, parallel off the feet. One more time, mindful. It might feel interesting to sway side to side, give a little release through the hips. You could also hang out nice and still right away. Eventually, we'll meet back in this still wide-legged forward fold. You can offer a little bend through your knees one more time. Left hand down, right arm will lift, opening up for that twist. Now, coming up, we've got that funky sort of down twist that we found. Work with however feels best for you. Every side is always a little different. Right arm behind your left arm, grab onto your ankle. You might have to heel toe your feet in closer together. That is all good. As much as you need to, let the shape be as accessible to you as possible. Left arm will lift. And then left arm behind your right arm, grab onto your ankle, and you'll make an X. Now again, this might be enough. You might feel sensation through the backs of your legs. Maybe allow the head to be heavy. To work into your sideways. Hold onto your legs firmly. Widen out through the arms, and then do your best. See if you can just peek underneath the right arm a little bit. You might be able to snuggle your head underneath. You might not, no worries. And we breathe. You take your time. You can stay in that as long as you like. You'll eventually release your way out. Bring your hands down, widen through the feet. Then look to the front of your mat. Let's come back to our low lunge, everyone. We're just twisting and turning all over our mat today. Plank pose when you're ready. Find your strength here. Knees can always come down if you want, okay? You'll shift a little forward and lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your heart and lower your head down. Now as you lower, okay, this time it's your right arm that will draw out long towards the side of your mat. Content up on your left finger pads right by your armpit, right by your face. And keep it gentle to start. You'll roll over towards your right side. This is maybe perfectly enough, okay? You start to lift your left leg if you like. Bend your left knee. It's a little tap behind you. Working again into opening up the shoulder, a little bit into the chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. And taking your time through a 5. You'll slowly come back through center, reverse your way out of that shape. And then this time, you can interlace your hands, create a little pillow, and rest your forehead or one cheek coincide. Just notice all the effort you've made here so far. Maybe a shimmy of your hips. And carefully, hands will draw back by your rib cage, like you're passing through a tabletop, all fours. Make your way to child's pose. You can draw the knees wide for this child's pose, the heels. Up to you. Maybe it's passive, just letting the body melt towards the ground below you. You want it to be active. Tent up onto your finger pads. Press the ground away. Let the butt here reach a little closer towards your feet. Feel free to focus in on whatever captures your attention. Stay in this moment. If that's the breath, you might take a big inhale in. Feel free to let any noise out the mouth. All right, gorgeous everyone. Take your time. You'll walk your hands back. Okay. Feel free to cross one ankle over the other, then walk your way all the way back so you're in a seat. Cross-legged seat. Magic. I'm going to turn to face you. Now from here, it might feel helpful to lift your seat up a little bit. So if you'd like to transition to a seat, go for it. Or perhaps if you have props, you can lift your way up and just have a brief moment to sit, okay? So you find here, we're working to lengthen the spine. Tall seat, any cross-legged seat of your choice, and then reach the arms up. Nice and simple, like swimming, you'll take your arms down. Or just swimming through the air, yeah. If the breath is useful, you might connect here the inhales and the exhales, sort of exploring the range of motion of our arms. A lot of the focus here for today. And then, the next time your arms out to a big T, hold it here. Good. Draw your thumbs in, wrap your fingers over so you're creating fists. And then I want you to draw your awareness into the shoulder joint. Imagine that you're initiating the movement from there. Internally rotate your shoulders, so like you're bringing the tops of the shoulders forward. Notice how that carries the rest of the body. And then finding the opposite action. So externally rotate like you're trying to draw your armpits forward. You'll notice here how that might lift through your chest. And then keep that going a few more at your pace. It can be fast, it could be slow. There is no wrong or right, but really you doing you. Maybe even telling yourself here, I'm going to do me and that's enough. Good. Now, eventually we'll make our way back into stillness. This is where it might be helpful to have your strap nearby. Take your arms out to a T, bend your left elbow. For this one, I'm going to use a little cloth. I'm just going to grab it. All right. Bend your left elbow. Whatever you're using here, grab onto it with your left hand. Now, I'm going to take this little flag here, bring it behind my left arm, grab the bottom part, and then give it a little tug, okay? So with that action, twist a bit. You might notice that it'll bring your left hand back. Work to resist that. So pull whatever you're holding, opposite ends. And what we're doing here is creating length through the shoulder joint as well as building strength. So when we think about stretching, right, sometimes it's like, how far can we stretch? But there's also this element of strength involved within that to keep everything going, to keep everything sustainable. Continue to be with your breathing. Notice here if you're twisting, try to keep the chest forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gorgeous, everyone. Carefully here. Release out of that. You can take the cloth or the strap, whatever you're using, just place it out in front of you. We'll come back to it soon. Tee off your arms. Now, from the shoulders, we draw inward. Okay. Pause here. Bend your left elbow again. Think of this kind of like you're finding a chicken arm. Left hand will rest towards your waist. Take your right hand, place it on the left elbow. Okay. Press hand into elbow, elbow into hand. And from there, work to lengthen the spine. So what we're doing here, again, working to build some strength through the shoulders. This is an isometric contraction. Breathe in. And breathe out. Really good, everyone. Take your time. And slowly release your way out of that shape. Tee off the arms. Lifting here through the chest. Open up. And lower your hands down. Take your legs out long. And give it a little shake. Okay. Try to remember which leg was in front. And then let's switch it. So you'll find your cross-legged seat of your choice. If you're sitting on a chair, no worries. Okay. It might feel here, this time might feel a little bit awkward. It's usually our less habitual leg, no worries. And right away, tee off the arms, draw a little fist, and then we'll create here the roundedness and openness of the body, but letting it start through the shoulders. The eyes are more than welcome to close. Let this be you. And the next time here, everyone, keep the spine long, all right? Look at your right arm, bend your right elbow, and grab whatever item you're using. Hold on to it with your right hand. You'll take here, let it be behind your right arm, and then left hand will grab the bottom portion, give it a tug. Again, notice here, when you give that tug, the right arm will draw back. Work to resist that. Let there be a long spine. You might notice the right shoulder blade drawing down the back. And breathe. Good. And as we find these shapes that we're in just a few moments longer, a little bit more still, maybe noticing the efforts that you made so far, right? How things have manifested, all the powerful choices you might have made for you. Recognize, honor that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Gorgeous, everyone. Slowly, we'll take that off, okay? Place it off in front of you or off to the side. Tee up the arms. Our counter action is to bring the shoulders inward. Find that sense of roundedness. We pause. Now bend your right elbow. Again, like a little chicken arm. You'll place your right hand here onto your waist. Left hand onto your left to your right elbow. So we're rounded in. Press hand into elbow, elbow into hands. So we create opposition, then work to lengthen through your spine. It's like you're trying to open up through the heart again. Again, working to build strength through the depths of the shoulder here, as well as length. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Fantastic job, everyone. Take your time. You can round your way back in and then reverse your way out of that shape. Counter action is to roll the shoulders back, lift your chest. You might look up. Big breath in. And breath out. Let that go. Take your legs out in front of you. You can give them a little shake once more. Then from here, if you're on any prop, come off of that. You'll come to lie down on your backs. I'm going to pan the camera down just a little bit. But as you lie on down here, okay, knees bent, feet onto the ground. Take a moment to orient within this perspective. Heels are close to the glutes. And from here, a couple of choices. You can press your feet down, lift your hips up. We'll draw our hips up for one bridge pose. You might notice here the strength of your arms, the strength of your feet pressing down to open up through the fronts of the hips. If you have props or support underneath you, you'd like to place one underneath your sacrum. That's the area between the lower back and butt. More than welcome to take a supported version of this bridge. And then if you're feeling, a little juicier, we've worked a lot into the shoulders, a bit into the legs. You could always take your hands by the sides of the face. Take your time with this one. You'll find a rainbow-like shape, drawing your weight into a full wheel. Just an option, definitely not a requirement. Take your time to explore. Whenever you're ready to release on down, so from whatever you've chosen, you'll come on down. Widen out through your feet, everyone. Almost to the edges of the mat here, your feet wide to the edges. Knock your knees in. Then take your hands, place them onto the thighs. And if it feels useful here, you might press your thighs a little forward and up, giving a bit of more length through the lower back. And then eventually, you can tee off the arms or cactus goalpost them by your side. Give your legs a windshield bike left and right. Easy sway side to side. And then eventually here, come back into stillness. You can heel toe the feet a little closer together. Feel free to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And this might be a great place to stay, just noticing the rise and fall of the body into the hands into the body. Maybe if the breath again is friendly this morning, you might follow your inhales and exhales. In your own time, then you're more than welcome to stay here. If you'd like to bring the knees in, take your arms, wrap them over your shins, rounding into a ball. You could even take a moment to bring the forehead towards the knees, reach for opposite elbows, almost like you're giving yourself a big compassionate hug, maybe rock side to side a little bit. An invitation, if you are in the ball, stay, take a big breath in. Feel free to sigh out through the mouth. Then one more time, wherever you're at, a big inhale. And as you breathe out, slowly start to release. If you're in that ball, you'll bring your feet to the ground. A couple of options. You might take your legs out long, as if you're laying down. If it feels more supportive to have a bend through the knees, this might feel supportive for your lower back. Keep the bend. You're also welcome to maybe roll over to a side or rock your way up to a seat. And it's a moment, just a brief moment here, 305, to find a moment in meditation. And within this meditation, it can simply be just noticing what captures your attention. Might feel useful to be with the breath. One offering I'll give to you, if you like the idea of mantras, right? So little words or phrases you might say to yourself. You might repeat to yourself right here, right now. I believe in me. So again, I believe in me. You can hold on to those words. You can let them go. Find what feels most useful for you here. That allows you to be uniquely as you are. Fibers, 305. If you'd like to stay a little longer in whatever shape you found, you are more than welcome to stay. But if you feel ready to start the rest of your Pride festivities, go ahead, introduce any unique movements to your body. If you're laying down, you'll find your own unique way back up to a seat. It doesn't have to look any particular way. And when you find your seat here, invitation, maybe the eyes stay closed for a moment. If it's useful, maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to your heart. And just a moment again to just notice everything you've done for you. The breath, again, is a useful tool. Perhaps together here, we'll take a couple more breaths. Big inhale in through the nose. Side out through your mouth. 2 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Last one, your biggest inhale. Biggest exhale. Before you work your way to the rest of the day, a mantra that I will give to you. Go ahead, if you haven't done so already, thank yourself, your body, your breath, and tell yourself right here, right now, that you are absolutely amazing. Open up your eyes, everyone. Big round of applause. Thank you all so much. My name is Matty Espino, Matty E. You can catch me on teaching flex classes in New York City. Check us out for the rest of our Pride activities. I know at noon we have a wonderful duo coming in to teach. So come check them out. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Sadie. All right. And I hope you have a wonderful Pride. Stay vigilant. Continue to fight for, again, all of the folks who are working to survive. All right. And with that, leave you with some Christina. Thank you, everyone.
I want to thank you because you made me that much stronger.
Hey. Happy Pride, everyone. Thanks, Rayella. Thanks, Melissa. Happy to have ya. Miranda, beautiful. Thank you all so much. We'll see you all soon. Check out what we've got offered for you. Check out Rayella when she teaches classes. And we'll see you all soon. Have a good one.